what's up everybody, GameDad here, coming at you guys with part 2 of my current Sega Saturn collection. So, let's dive right in and see what games there are.
Revolution X was released by Midway in 1994 and is a game where music is the weapon. Featuring music from Aerosmith, this game is an arcade-style light gun shooter. While the game is quite corny, it actually plays pretty well and is actually pretty responsive. I didn't play this game too much, but at its core, it felt like a Time Crisis-style game. Just shoot the baddies that are on the screen. Road Rash was released in 1996 by EA and feels more like an actual arcade release of the game than a typical console release. There's nothing wrong with the console releases, of course, but this version of the game definitely has better graphics and more responsive controls than its counterparts from around the same era. It was awesome to speed down the road and smash into people with my bike, and some good old-fashioned punching. Robotic Ax was released by Sega in 1995 and had a very Doom meets Mech Warrior vibe to it. Think Doom, but as a mech. It was a bit hard to figure out what to do at first, but I was able to slowly pick up on it as time went on. Honestly though, after playing this game, I just put in a copy of Doom and started playing that again. SimCity 2000 was released in 1995 by Maxis and is an okay port of the game. There really was nothing quite like playing this game on PC though. Some games were just meant for greatness on PC and should have never been ported elsewhere in my opinion. I remember spending hours on this game as a kid. Sonic Jam was released by Sonic Team in 1997 and was more of a Sonic compilation disc with a fun little 3D hub world than any kind of new game. Don't get me wrong, it was still fun to play, but for the time, I thought it was more fun to just roam around the hub world to see what all was possible. It would have been fun to see an iteration of this on the Dreamcast as well. Spot Goes to Hollywood was released in 1995 by Virgin Interactive and has you playing as the old mascot of the soda 7-Up. You play as Spot, going through various Hollywood-themed levels and collecting red spots and stars. The game offers a strange isometric view that doesn't really control very well. Not very much replayability on this one. Street Fighter Alpha Warrior's Dreams was released by Capcom in 1995, and I've got to say, this is probably my least favorite of all the Street Fighter games that I currently own. I don't really care for the extra cartoonish look of the fighters. The game controls as you would expect, of course, but overall I just wasn't feeling it. The game just felt off to me for some reason. Tomb Raider was released in 1996 by Core Design and is of course an excellent game, but I feel like either the PC or PlayStation versions were much better than this version. This port of the game just felt a little clunky to me. The game overall is still classic Tomb Raider, just not my favorite port of the game. Sega Touring Car Championship was released by Sega in 1996, and unfortunately, I don't know a lot about this game because I don't have a PAL version of the Sega Saturn. Maybe someday though. Virtua Cop was released in 1994 by Sega and is light gun gaming at its finest. This game is an absolute classic on this console and is a ton of fun. It's simple, it's fast-paced, it's not loaded with cheesy FMV, just cheesy graphics. I think it would be a lot of fun to see a modern remake of this game. Virtua Cop 2 was released by Sega in 1995 and is a continuation of the previous game. With a slightly improved interface and better controls, I personally think that this is a better version than the previous one. Overall, the gameplay is the same in the game, but it's still fun. Virtua Fighter 2 was released in 1994 by Sega and really tries to showcase what the Saturn could do in terms of 3D through a fighting game. The result was blocky, polygon-style graphics and a slightly above-average fighting game. For the time, the graphics aren't horrible, and they showed off the console's power, but it definitely doesn't stand the test of time. Warcraft II: The Dark Saga was released by Blizzard Entertainment in 1997 and is classic Blizzard RTS at its finest. This is a Command & Conquer style game set in the land of pirates and orcs, where you must create armies, towns, and cities, all with the goal of wiping out all of the other enemies on the map.
So there you have it everybody, that finishes up every game that I currently have in my Sega Saturn collection. Now, are there any awesome games that I currently don't own that you think I should? Let me know down in the comments below. And also, while you're there, please don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons, and also hit that notification bell, that way you get an alert every time I got a new video coming out. Now, as always, I'm GameDad. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later.